Hello.
Hello.
Oops.
Did I get it? No. I need to go to this way a little bit. Better?
Yep, there we go.
Cool. Alright. I'm gonna scooch in here.
Do you have our cheat code?
Yes, I do. The one we bought last night from Mr. Bossman.
Mm-hmm.
Elmo, yes.
Right.
I'm gonna do an initial just welcome real quick. Send. All right. So.
Desktop audio is muted.
Oh, that's weird. Oops. Good now.
Alright.
What were we testing earlier?
That.
Oh. Did it work?
No. But according to an admin, it is going up every night, so maybe it's just on my end. Alright.
Alrighties.
Hi, Mr. Jerkwad. How about another game of Stooge Fighter? I'm feeling a little luckier this time.
You know, kid, I'd really like to, but I need a little more of a challenge. Take a long...
What?
Let's rumble.
Dang it, I didn't mean to click. It was an accident.
He was just saying take a long walk off a short pier, basically.
Fun. Oh, you're a bit puny, but I'm sure I'll be able to get a few buckazoids for you over at the slave colony.
Wait, did I just agree to...
I'm sorry.
sell myself?
I don't think I heard you quite right. Did you say slave colony?
Too late to back out, bored breath.
I knew that.
Okay. Let's not end up enslaved, shall we? Alright, we have to do it in the control window, don't we? Before it starts, before the game starts. That's Abakaka. CA. Aha! Okay, I gotta pick her. Go again.
Let's get ready to roll!
Oh, a wise guy.
Your lame brain.
Big Mo wins.
Yeah, we do.
Rumble.
Oh, a wise guy.
Your lame brain.
No.
We win! Because we found the secret button.
You ordered him.
Moited him. Moited.
Game over, man.
How lucky can a guy get? That was pure luck. Gee.
Where's my money?
Here.
Whoa.
If I were you, I'd make myself scarce, you little lump of phlegm. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my temper, and all that's gonna be left of you is teeth and toenails.
That's no good.
Alright, let's go ahead and save. And then move away from there a little bit. That's annoying. Alright. What else do we have to do?
I don't know. I think we finished this area. So move on to the next zone. I mean, what was our initial goal?
It would appear that merging the
Right.
hasn't.
Can I do it the first?
Turn over the fire?
Excellent.
I'm wondering, the thing that comes up to that trash can, the little furball beast thing. I wonder if he wants it first.
Maybe. Massive Andromedans.
Boy, wouldn't it? That's an it. Excellent.
Do we need to buy
That wouldn't
something
prove-
from what's his name?
Liquor store guy? Fester Blatz?
Yes. With our 331 Buckazoids.
Shiny gold buckazoids?
Shiny gold Buckazoids.
Them syringes you can use with. Careful, boy. You don't want to be pricking yourself with one of those. They aren't approved for first species use. We pick them up used from organ pirates who specialize in harvesting stuff from battle zones. Wouldn't want you to go mentioning that to anyone, you understand.
Yeah, sure, we understand. You creeper.
This one's labeled fresh by the look. Not much go. You display your standard. What's special about this Abby normal? Good night, Mr. Feldman. Wherever. Wow, an app. The drawers seem to be crammed with Moddy's plug-in modification implants and the various adapters necessary to make them work universally. Fester has quite a collection of these, which is surprising.
Yeah, sometimes when you do a lot.
An empty tank of gen blood sits at. It's empty. Picking up.
Oh, maybe we had to do something more in the inn. Remember we
Yeah, we
kind
haven't
of.
done anything there.
Yeah.
That's the.
Be my guess. I don't know, but it's worth a check out, right?
Okay,
Holy
son,
fuck, are you
just
kidding me?
Scribble your old Bill Shatner on the register screen.
300?
Your key card.
Wow.
Find the room as you'll find on this orb.
Huh. Better be
You have a brief moment of what you think is cleverness. You decide to wittily sign the name Franzel Neekberg.
Okay.
I love that it
Okay,
says
here's
William
your key
Shatner and not as John
Don't
Hancock.
lose it. Room 1220J. Up the elevator. Franzel Neekberg. If I had a Buckazoid for every time I see that name, I'd be sitting pretty. I could afford one of those fancy fur-lined donut thingies. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Anyway, enjoy your stay. If you need anything, don't hesitate to tell someone.
Gee, thanks. Say, could you tell me where...
I'm a real busy guy, son. You got any questions, why don't you just go find the Chamber of Commerce and talk to them. I'm sure they'll be glad to help you out. Hey, seeing ya.
Alright, so
1220J, eh? Should we put a buck sword in there?
It would appear that merging those two.
No.
Apparently not. But now we can go upstairs. And that's progress for us. There it is.
There, what is?
1220J.
It looks like a cat.
It does look like a cat.
Cat's like fish.
What's wrong? Don't your hands feel?
You could try it.
You are visually on it. Maybe they're supposed to look that way, but this plant looks like it was dead and buried a long time ago. Yes, Albert.
Aren't living plants also buried?
That's an interesting idea. Not a good one,
Tyrell Corp.
but interesting nonetheless.
Nice.
It prob- Just as you are about to insert the key card so you can go inside and check out your new digs, you notice those two goony-looking dudes from the lobby walking in your direction at a rather deliberate pace. Perhaps they're going to welcome you to the place or show you where the ice machine is.
Nope.
Seems legit.
Nope. Why, Roger? Oh my gosh.
Hey there, pal. Got a second? Me and my friend here was wondering something.
Fire away. What did you want to know?
Well, we was wondering if you
Roger.
have any objection to us pounding you senseless. Grab them and let's get moving. I gotta report in soon.
What?
You puny little scumbag. I can't believe anyone would want you. One thing's for sure. You sure ain't gonna be seeing your home son ever
How much
again.
of our stuff did they steal?
Hey,
I wonder.
Nigel, let's get back to it, huh? We got things to do and places to go. Now, just sit there and be still and be quiet, little man. I've got some things to finish before I finish you.
Spore beer.
Awkward three-breasted blow-up doll. In the corner over there.
Just put something up here.
Yep. He's not paying attention to us. Can we... Hi, game. Can we do things, please? Oh.
Oh, okay.
You can't read. The room's either that or someone downstairs is using a pro shiatsu. Due to the planetary location of this unit, it can't keep a steady picture for very long. And as is universally known, the local cable company will get around to fixing it at their convenience. And who knows, you might get lucky and get another shopping channel or country western station in the process.
Ooh.
It's the key ring that doofus hung on the wall after the other doofus left.
So how do we get the keys? That is a question.
You have no idea where this place is, but it's nice to see that grunge has finally hit the interior decorating industry. This alien woman looks to be in very bad shape. Her pupils are fixed and dilated. Her body is stiff, almost as if she's dead. And her skin looks tight and puffy, as if bodily gases are building up inside her.
You're an
Bandages and
idiot,
patches appear
Roger.
in profusion all over her, and some of her seams look like they're about to give way. You make a mental note to come back and rescue this poor woman.
Roger is an idiot.
That's one of those devices for catching wayward audio-video signals from distant galaxies. You once saw a horribly violent transmission on one of these, where strange-looking aliens mercilessly struck each other in vulnerable areas, while others looked on in enjoyment. It was called America's Funniest Home Videos, or something like that.
Oh, Saget.
You have no idea where this... You have no idea...
That was just classic
You have
90s
no idea
right
what-
there.
Yep.
It's one of those wads of lard you ran into. This is the
was like
data quarter you got from that
Family
endodroid
Time.
hunter dude. It's a burlesque mod. You're tied up. Hence, you can't do that.
Can you check his
You
pockets
pinch
with his hands tied up?
Don't even bother looking in your pockets. You are
Okay.
carrying nothing. Nada. Zip. Zero.
took all of our
Zilch.
stuff.
You pinch yourself. Don't pick at. Don't touch the room. Either that or someone.
So we got our fish.
Even though you may not realize it now, you really don't want to touch the chair where that guy had his posterior placed. The room seems either that or you can't reach the cat.
Maybe we can cut the rope with the can.
Or is it a rope?
You can't reach the cat. You pinch yourself to make the room seems to be either that. You can't reach. The room seems either that or
Can he not stand up?
you had no idea where the.
Hey, Paul. How are you doing this evening?
Welcome back, welcome back.
You had no idea where the.
This is quite annoying.
You're back in your. You're back in your. What are you going to talk to him about? The weather? You had no idea where this place is. You had no.
Yeah.
It's a short pile polystyrene.
We're doing
rod
well,
with a
thank you
ubiquitous
for
Atlas
asking.
Cyclopean day symbol.
We've been working on tweaking some stuff on the channel and updating some social medias and things, among other things.
Legit kicked the butt of that guy, the alien-looking dude at the Street Fighter 2 game.
Oh, nice! We got one
Nice.
about a month ago, I guess. It's really fun. I've been playing lots of Mario Kart.
Teddy
Is that a Teddy
Teddy
Ruxpin?
Schmuckspin.
That
Boy, sitting
Yes.
on the floor. If
They-
you weren't a popular child, you didn't get one.
Speaking of Teddy Ruxpin, so when I was at Target recently, they have re-released the original Teddy Ruxpin.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Get one for the babe.
Your words cause everything to become speechless.
Because they're creepy as fuck.
Yes, they are. There's the new version.
Crossing sign.
There's a-
Sophomoric.
There's a new version that's way less
You had no idea where this place.
creepy. That was on the shelf right next to the re-release of the Teddy
They're using
Ruxpin
an old
Classic,
video
as
cable
it's called.
spool as a table.
It's pretty hilarious.
Gee, don't let any college kids hear about this. They all want to do it.
Nice.
That's delightfully non-helpful.
Trade in all the things.
What did you have to trade in for it?
He has no life. See, for the poster on his
I
wall.
see it.
The room seems to be either that. Don't pick at.
Man, mouth. Use his mouth. Oh,
There we
or
go.
toes. That works.
Hey, what the fuck? I don't want to see you move another inch or I'm gonna slice you into nice little bite-sized pieces. Now, can it?
Dang it.
Well, that blows.
Now what?
The room seems either that or the room seems to be it. It looks like a plug receptor.
Nice. That's really awesome. Yeah, that's really awesome.
Nice, nice.
This little unit is a portable dehumidifier.
What's that on
When you're a
top of
guy
it?
like Singent, who
That's
sweats
the
like a
mod.
bicranial crud snorter, you need one of these things going all the time.
Oh wow, that's
It's a burlesque
amazing.
body.
Oh, damn.
That's seriously impressive.
You can't reach
Drat your luck.
the room, either that. It
Oh
feels
my gosh.
you struggle, but it's simply out of your grasp. Like algebra,
Solve for X.
A nail protrudes from.
No
You
way.
are now a proud nail owner.
Yay! Can we get it out of our pocket now?
We can.
Okay, let's see if we can use it.
As cool as it would be. That's an it.
That would take forever.
Good thinking. The nail proves to be just what you needed to free yourself from those handcuffs. Don't get all excited, Little Red Riding Hood. You aren't out of those woods yet.
Stab the blow-up doll and distract him. Wait, did we lose our nail?
Don't even bother looking in your pockets. You are
Yeah.
carrying nothing.
Great.
Not a zip. That wouldn't. It wouldn't be.
Grab can?
It wouldn't.
Okay.
You won't be needing any empty cans. A gas mask won't help you in this game. Her skin feels. Don't pick at.
Oh, we can grab the
I'm about to
body.
get killed.
I'd better not try it. He might see me.
So how do we create a distraction?
What do you want to do? Give him a nice massage? Wise up. This guy values you less than Starcon does. The room, either that. You summon the.
What game did
ability.
you end up getting?
We wanted to give you the bird, but the sensors wouldn't let us.
Maybe we
That's
can
delightfully.
do something with the antenna on the TV?
Don't touch that.
No.
The room seems either that or.
I'd better not try it.
You have no idea where this place is, but it's not.
Nice, yeah. I have that one too. I haven't played it yet. Have you started it yet?
I love that green outfit that Zelda wears.
Even though you may not realize it, you summon the ability. You won't be needing. The room seems to either that or. That's. Don't touch that.
Ah, gotcha.
Wait, did that say pelvis before?
It did. It said pelvis. How did he not notice that?
He doesn't seem like the brightest.
We throw it over his head,
That's what I was gonna try.
steal his shit, and
wouldn't it be
run.
cool? That's an. Boy,
Oh.
Why couldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, because they used the different account thing back then.
that's an.
Am I just not close enough to him, maybe?
Maybe.
It probably seemed like.
Okay. Maybe throw it over something else like the humidifier?
It would
Cause it
appear
start a
that-
fire?
As
I don't know.
cool. It would have. That's an interesting.
Well, it's good that you got everything figured out. Always a good thing.
That's an interest.
Can you put it
You're
on
reasonably
yourself?
certain that this door
I
won't
tried
budge without a
several
key
times.
card of some sort.
We downloaded a couple. No, it was mainly the demos.
No, yeah, I think there were demos actually.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I downloaded the Kirby
Even though you may not
demo,
realize
and I played through that, and it was really fun. I miss Kirby. It reminds me of the classic one quite a bit. And then we did the demo for
it's that static-laden, cheapo
other game
polystyrene rug you ripped from the
that
wall.
you have the full version of now. I don't remember. Oh. What?
You carefully lay the rug on the floor. Even though you were never known for your interior decorating talents,
I know
you
what to
feel
do.
very satisfied with the location you have chosen.
This is a very odd, long game
What are you
here.
going to talk to him about? You start to say something, and then you remember that you're
I'd better not try it.
the room either.
Need him to come over here. Dude, step on the rug.
Is there a hole in the ground?
No, but I can yank it out under his feet.
Oh.
You start to say something, and then
Yeah,
you remember that
I
you're
always
supposed
hate
to be
that.
a man of action, not words. Or is that the other way around?
There's so many systems like that nowadays, though.
You had no
Systems that lack backwards compatibility.
Yes.
You had no idea where this. You had no. It's
'Cause-
the popular pin-up alien Krill McPherson, the one that poses all over time pods in Space Piston magazine.
So remember, like,
Just
the
watch that
PlayStation...
McPherson strut.
PlayStation 2 could play PlayStation 1 games, and then 3 could play 2 games, but then after that, it couldn't play any of the older games
This poster
anymore.
is from that new graphic novel series about the sewer worker who doubles as a psychic investigator. You think it's called Gabriel Norton.
I don't know what that's a
Kathy
reference
Ireland,
to.
an attractive
I know
model
that
with
one.
skills from one of those stinky swamp-like planets like Madoria or Slimyon or Muxalon 4.
Muxalon.
It's Cindy Crawfish, a beautiful merwoman and spokesmodel from one of those beach-strewn,
Seems like
windy,
fish.
watery planets like
we
Aquaria
don't have
or
fish in
Oceania or Wateria. It looks like the lead singer for that new death metal band, the Disgruntled Postal Workers.
Nice.
There is a massive door. You don't know what that is, but you keep seeing it above people's garage doors. It must be some sort of anti-theft device. It feels like you summoned.
I'd better not try.
We wanted to give you the bird. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't. It feels.
Can we unplug the TV
The
now?
room's
That
either
we're
that or-
on...
The room seems either
Okay.
that or someone downstairs is using a pro. You
Dang.
won't be neat.
Huh. I'm a little bit stuck.
Right. Yeah, you would think.
You get a jump on senility by. It looks like a plug receptor.
A plug receptor.
You summon the. Don't touch. That wouldn't. Your words call. Your utter. What are you going to talk? You start to say something, and then you remember that you're supposed to. This alien woman looks to. You make.
I'm Roger Wilco of the SCS Deep Ship 86. Can I get you anything? Water, food, some duct tape, armor all? Are you okay? You look bloated.
Her skin feels. The
Yeah.
room seems either that or someone downstairs.
It's,
You don't see any way of turning the D.
Oh, wait, that's a different thing.
it's tricky, from what I understand.
You don't see
Streaming
any
with
way.
the Switch.
You pinch it.
What?
I was just saying that the streaming from this Twitch is
We
a little
wanted
bit
to-
tricky, from what I understand.
You won't be neat.
It can be done, just it's not as easy. You know, I don't know.
Shit, I used to know.
Surprisingly, it's a pile of books. Who'd have thought these guys could read?
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's got a purpose. It's in the manual.
Yeah.
I just need to walk on it.
Dance on it.
I haven't tried using the rope.
Weird.
What?
Ours had a safety manual. I mean, a safety manual. A manual with it. It was
The pelvis rug is.
inside. I don't remember, but it was definitely with it. I remember there being a manual for it.
What do you want to do?
Oh, I was not clicking in the right place.
I mean, you should definitely be able to find it online, I would imagine. You can find manuals for most games and systems online nowadays.
Your body is now carrying a nice static charge.
You mean Switch, not Twitch. Oh, whoa.
I win.
Wow, the static energy you built up discharged, frying Lard Boy's circuitry.
That was
Did you
a
actually
heckin'
think of that,
powerful
or was
zap.
it just luck?
Welcome back.
Welcome back, welcome back.
Your timing is impeccable. We just zapped the guard.
You now possess the body.
I just wanted to pick a thing up.
Don't touch that. We don't know where you've been.
No, we don't know where you've been, not where it's been.
This optical disc-based multimedia entertainment system has a slew of powerful graphics and audio coprocessors. A unique flexible architecture, is extremely high-priced, and plays a half-dozen really bad arcade games. It's called a 3DOA.
Nuh. Insert to disc.
The room seems to be either that. The room's either that or someone down. It does nothing until you insert.
Thank you, that's not helpful.
It feels like. The room's either that or. It doesn't.
Well, it looks like there's a disc right up there on the...
Yep, that's what I was trying to get, but it won't let me.
Smooth move. You've got his keyring. Don't pick at it. It wouldn't be prudent. We want.
Is it in the TV, maybe?
You summon
I'm trying
the.
to click it too.
That's the.
We might need to come back.
Maybe.
That wouldn't prove. The room seems either that or.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave for now.
Okay, can we get out?
We should be able to.
You're reasonably certain that the.
We have to find the key card. Oh, we have a key card.
Do we?
Yeah,
Where?
look. All right.
Well, well, well. The worm's
I'm good at
out of the hole.
multitasking.
So, you have to ask yourself, do I feel lucky?
Most days, yeah.
Well, do I
When was the last time you saved?
It's the one called Nigel, the larger of the two mass-laden brothers.
Well,
Another one of those formerly trendy bolt discharge lamps sits on the console top. A small decorative novelty lamp displays bolts of electronic discharge. They were quite the rage a century or two ago. Wow, that's a signed poster of the lead singer for that country western band, All and As. It's just another picture of a heavenly body.
I've got
This
a lot
controller
of babe
controls the
posters.
controls on the subspace neurotransmitter.
Jeez, is this guy a control freak or what?
I see what
This
he
appears to
did
be some sort of
there.
control room. There's a landing platform beyond the damping field induction coils in the archway. It's the one called... That wouldn't prove fulfilling. It's a burl... That label won't... Excellent guess, Kreskin. There is nothing wrong with the subspace neurotransmitter controller. Do not attempt to adjust the controller. We are controlling transmission. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical.
Nice.
We can change your mind to a soft blur or sharpen it to crystal clarity.
All right.
Excellent guess. This appears to be a damping field controller unit. At least it looks like most of the other damping field controller units you've ever seen, and you've seen quite a few. Yeah, you reach through that damping field and you'll draw back a dripping wad of demolecularized flesh. It does look pretty cool, though. Maybe when we have more time, we can come back and try it.
Come back and poke it.
Delicious.
Aww.
You just bounced off.
Pretty enough.
A massive subspace neurotransmitter fills the desk, amplified by brainwave patterns, neurotransmit. But you already knew that.
Well, duh.
Unfortunately, your brainwave patterns are far too puny to benefit from even this unit's powerful positronic amplifiers. This monoline oxidase inhibitor brightens up an otherwise depressing room.
NMEO.
This appears to be some sort of control.
What else do we have in our pockets other than the...
Oh.
the...
Careful.
Oh, is that for that
In this
thing?
galaxy.
What?
I was just asking, and then I realized no, it's not.
The recon. The power must be. You have successfully reconfigured
No
the
worries.
decoder for standard use.
Lurk away.
Oh, jeez.
Don't such as your.
Which one do you think is Jordium?
The first one, I would imagine.
Why would you imagine that?
Well, because it goes down from there.
None of these look like... Okay. Can you write down a few things?
Yep. I am poised and ready.
TT Space Den.
TT Space Den.
PS Space Rep. SE Space FER.
Like iron?
RF Space DIM. FC space SPN.
All right. Well, there's more than 5
Yes,
things
there
on.
is.
As cool as it would be to interface these two items, nope. This is the data quarter power source, a tiny chip of Devallium crystal, the official power source.
I'm stuck on. What would happen if we switched all the things around?
Didn't that Sally Struthers Learn at Home course teach you not to stack components on top of each other?
I do not get that reference.
Sally Struthers?
Hey, I took the power source.
Yes, she used to do.
Yeah, I know who Sally Struthers is, but I don't get the stacking components bit.
Sorry, bucko. You
Do you?
Nothing.
I would imagine it's not good to stack components on top of each other.
That wouldn't. It would appear that merging those. Boy would. Excellent guess.
Can we put it in the side of the TV?
Don't pick at it. Excellent. It probably. Oh. We wanted to give you the bird. You don't see any way of turning the D. The room seems to be either that or. It does nothing and. It does nothing. That wouldn't.
I miss just being able to like type things. Because with clicking things, it's like less accurate.
Go away.
Love to.
It's the one called. It's the one. A massive subs. But you already.
Can't see his port thingy.
This control. There is nothing wrong with the sub. Don't touch. You rummage around in the box to look for something useful, but all you find is an almost complete set of line dancing in 0G daddies. Only volume 2, the achy breaky, appears to be missing. The room seems to be vibrating ever. You poke around and look for something useful, but since you're not exactly Mr. Subspace Ural Transmitter Repair Guy, none of it appeals to you.
Everything appeals to us.
You poke and prod amongst the moddies until you find a moddy labeled churlish. Being intrigued by the word, you glom it. Incidentally, you might want to look up the word churlish before you do anything stupid.
I am, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and save it,
Okay.
because I think I know where to go from here,
Okay.
but I'm gonna do the wrong choice first.
It would appear. It would have. What do you want to do? Give him a. Boy, wouldn't it.
Okay, I was wrong.
That's an. Act.
Oh, we did get the You Don't Know
This
Jack
button-
demo too. That was fun. Haven't played it yet, but I love You Don't Know Jack.
Yeah, it's not the same shape either.
Axel, it would have. You mi- The room, either that or.
The yellow rug. Can we like lift a corner of it anywhere or anything?
I did try earlier.
Okay.
It wouldn't let me,
Okay.
but I didn't try after we zapped the guy.
I'm just trying to think of things.
You pick through the carton of Moddies and find nothing else of interest. That isn't within reach.
So
It
we
feels-
can't insert the burlesque one
Unfortunately,
on the back of his head there.
Nope. That would be pretty epic though.
'Cause, I mean, it looks
that's an interesting idea.
like it's a
It probably
place to insert
Boy,
things.
it would have.
What are we missing?
More beer. Better already. What's that big green button?
This monoamine oxidase inhibitor brightens up an otherwise
Oh.
depressing room.
It looks like a button. I want to poke it.
Go.
Your words, your utterance,
Can we turn off the thing? On the red buttons?
Try.
There is nothing wrong. There is nothing.
Okay, fine.
The room.
It's just a bit
As
frustrating.
cool as it. Excellent.
Boy, this terrace is a nice change from the stink-laden confines of an apartment.
You've never been a big CW fan. In fact, it is your belief that country and Western music was outlawed hundreds of years ago in an attempt to reduce alcoholism.
I like alcohol abuse because there were tears and beers everywhere.
No beer should be that salty. It's just not good.
Unfortunately, your brick. There is nothing wrong with the subspace. The rooms. The room. The rooms.
There's gotta be something in the other room that we're missing.
Unfortunately.
I don't see anything to do here.
Don't pick at it. The room, either that. The room seems either. You summon the ability. Don't pick. You don't see any. Boy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be really cool if, like, anything at all worked.
That's one of those devices for. It was. It would. Don't. It pe. You summon.
There's
The room
literally a
seems either
CD
that or
right
someone
there
downstairs is using a pro shiatsu.
Where?
on the computer.
That looks more like a disc, like a regular square or rectangular disc.
Oh. Figured it was a case.
What do you want to do? What do you want? What are you going to talk? Hey, don't put your.
Hey, don't put your
I'm
mouth
Roger
on it.
Wilco of the SCS Deep Ship 86. Can I get you anything? Water, food, some duct tape, armor all? Are you okay? You look bloated.
You have no idea where. This keypad undoubtedly. It's apparently programmed to be. That's delightfully non. Teddy Schmuckspin, a popular. Don't. It pop. Excellent guess.
Why does it have to like walk you all the way around to tell you you're wrong?
Excellent. Nothing in this. Careful.
Let's see.
It's the one. It's the one. It's the one. You look at it, but not. It's the one.
Can those red things be poked?
A small decorative novelty lamp displays bolts of That isn't. Careful. The corner of the label in this Mahdi seems to be loose. It looks vaguely like your hiney after it's. You poke it and prop.
How did we lose one of our Mahdi's?
I think the Mahdi wasn't the important
That
thing.
label won't.
I think we just need the label to put over the burlesque label.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now try inserting it in places. That sounded really dirty.
Thinking it was the churlish Mahdi, he pops it in place.
What the? Oh god.
What did you do?
Wait a minute.
What? What? What's, wait a minute. Oh.
Wow, he really creased your can. Pretty impressive.
You wanted to die first,
Maybe
I see.
not from your point of view,
Yeah.
of course.
You became an accordion. When the moon hits Roger's skull, he dies flat. It's so beautiful. That's a loco. I know, I'm being ridiculous. Anyway.
The corner of the label in. Thinking it was the church.
Stop.
You did it twice. Okay, cool. Now we can touch things.
Unfortunately, you're.
Ugh.
You summon the ability. You summon.
What?
There is nothing wrong with the
Can we take his
subspace
belt?
neurotransmitter
Oh, good idea.
controller.
Thank you.
The room's... It's Nigel's belt, complete with a damping field actuator and a nifty personal grooming assistant.
That's handy. We should wear it. Ew, that's so gross.
Excellent guess, Chris. This appears to be a damping field controller unit. At least it looks... Thank goodness. Oh yeah, that...
So did we not need to do anything with the disc then?
Boy,
Not
this
yet.
terror.
Thinking we'll probably be able to come back.
Maybe. If so, yay. If not, boo.
Boy, this. Boy, this.
Boy, this.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Evie.
No.
What can be said that isn't painfully
I'm
obvious?
surrounded.
A massive subspace, but you already knew that, right? You know the old as if you could anyway. You've never been a big CW fan. In fact, the room is no...
Oh, we're not in the
The
hotel.
cityscape stretches.
Ah.
No, he
Pretty.
kidnapped us.
Boy,
Or they
this terror.
kidnapped us.
Boy, this.
We save. Let's save.
Boy, this terror.
The room is no longer... The room is... It probably... Excellent. It would have... Nothing This... It...
Okay, so now we have the razor off the...
Yuck. It's the hair you pulled from Nigel's personal grooming assistant. No, that's just... You get picked. Nothing. It probably seemed... It probably... It would appear that... It would appear... Excellent.
Can we use
That is
the
cool.
razor on the bear?
It would appear that...
No.
It's the pop... Just what? Don't... It wouldn't...
How about on the blow-up doll?
Excellent guess,
No.
Prescott. It probably... You summon the ability to leave it alone. Don't...
Ha, indeed.
That's still. You pick through the carton of moddies and find nothing else of interest.
Click the various boxes while I refill.
Yep.
You poke around and look for something useful, but since you rummage up, unfortunately, you're. Surprisingly, it's a pile of books. Who'd have thought these guys could read?
You try using a hand on it?
Don't touch that. We don't know where you've been. That's delightful. You summon the ability. Don't touch that. Surprisingly, it's a. Surprisingly,
What about if you click on the lower book?
you pinch yourself to make sure this isn't all a bad. The desk feels more or less as flimsy as it looks.
I thought so.
The desk feels more. That's delightfully non-helpful. Unlike before, the room. This controller
What about that little,
There is nothing wrong with the subspace.
the tiny green thing left of your ankle warmer? Up.
The room is no longer giving.
Is that another box right there?
A massive subspace neurotransmitter. Unfortunately,
Doesn't seem to be. Try something. What's this?
there seems to be a small pile of CD-ROMs sitting here.
Come on.
Your search through the CDs reveals a bunch of typically
Nice.
boring multimedia magazines. A multimedia phone book. Too bad there aren't any phones around here.
Go to your inventory.
The Outpost Project Survival Guide.
You move left or right, doesn't matter.
You don't see any way. Successful People Managing Techniques by Carm Trevis. Funny, it's empty. Unlike before.
Might just have to click through the stack until I find it.
MF-DOS for idiots, morons, and thieves. Unlike before.
It's like the pipe in the bar. We have to get it right on
Touring
the...
Xenon on 5 buckazoids a day. Discovering your inner maggot.
Ew.
How to become assigned to being a corporate creative genius without really trying. This might be worth checking out. It's a copy of Popular Tektronix.
Take it. Thank you.
Oh, thank goodness. Go to pockets.
Yes, I got it.
Look at it, please.
It's a somewhat damaged CD-ROM disc.
I think we're probably gonna have to use that on the TV.
Or the
We're
computer?
gonna try it. Okay, there's the computer.
Hey, the data quarter. We have that. Okay. The next issue. Really? Not a Neek Worm, please.
I don't know.
You okay?
Excuse me.
Make a time machine on DeLorean.
You done?
No, I
I
am
feel
now.
like I'm looking for some bit of, like, some hint.
Well, I think our hint was in the first thing about switching the things around in the data quarter, but we don't know what to switch around. Ew, I just noticed a smushed flat rat on the wall.
Yeah.
Can we print it?
Wait.
Wait,
Oh, shit. I have an idea.
what? What?
See the order of the...
Holes, yeah.
So, third one... No. Let me show you. So, choose...
Does it have something to do with our data quarter?
Pretty sure it does.
Okay.
This button.
Okay, so... No. That. Pretty sure that's it.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. We'll put our power back in there. We'll find out real quick if it didn't work.
This button.
You might want to save before you turn it on, just in case.
Did
Error.
we get points?
It sounded like it. No.
No.
That doesn't seem right. Well, maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe that. No.
You have successfully reconfigured the data quarter for step. Don't such as yours.
It switched all the switches back.
Yeah, okay. Wait, I have another idea. Third one.
Didn't that?
How do I put it somewhere for holding purposes?
Oh, you're taking it apart.
You
put
get it.
somewhere.
You missed.
Nice.
Ha! You have successfully.
We're back.
What? Doesn't make any freaking sense.
I understand the switches, but not the.
Alright, so there's a gap in between the second and third ones here.
Right.
So that makes me think that this guy and this guy need to switch. And then change that and no, not that. Do that.
At least we can reconfigure it back to the original settings.
Pretty sure it's got to be a
You
CD
have
though.
successfully.
Bastards.
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, but are we sure that that's what it corresponds to?
Hey, maybe it's on the red. So maybe whichever one is red needs to be farthest right.
Maybe.
It's reaching for sure. It already is. Anyway.
Well, and which red are you talking about? The number or the chip?
Yeah.
Wait,
What?
the box. Is it the manual or the booklet in the game? Where's the box that this came in?
This optical. It's.
I'm not touching it.
Have Roger stand up. Just out of the way.
Unlike me, either.
Okay, where is the box of the CD?
The right one?
There
No,
seems
it
to
was
be a
the
small-
second to the left, where the blue, yeah, right there.
There seems to be a. You should have paid attention the first time. This game's budget is way too small to allow me to list all those titles over
Yes,
again.
thank you. Shush.
You pinch yourself. You should have paid.
Really?
Okay, it's giving us sass now. Okay, sure. Maybe was there anything in the actual like ARC version of the manual about reconfiguring this thing?
Let's check.
Did you close it?
Must have closed it. The exam I had yesterday.
Okay, let's see. Space Quest 6 is all the way at the bottom. No go.
No.
Dang it.
Alright. We are missing something.
Box.
Yeah, we're definitely missing something.
It says. Can I? Sorry, I just want to see if I can.
Is there anything else around here that we can click
I'm
on?
not touching.
Unlike either that or the vat. Unlike.
Eyes.
The what?
Eyes. Eyes.
Oh.
This optical disc.
That thing.
You have no idea where this place is, but it's nice.
That thing.
You have no idea where.
Weak.
Way too disc. This button a lot.
Hold on. Let me try.
Surprisingly, it's a pile of books. Who'd have thought these guys could read? It feels slightly gritty. It wouldn't be. It feels like. That's still. It wouldn't be. There seems to be a small pile of CD-ROMs sitting here. You should have paid it. You should have. You should. You should have. You should have. You should have.
Okay, let's just reload. That's annoying as hell.
I'm getting really frustrated.
Your search through the CDs reveals a bunch of typically boring multimedia magazines. A multimedia phone book. Too bad there aren't any phones around here. You pinch yourself to make... There seems to be a small... The Outpost Project Survival Guide.
Oh, maybe it was one more over. It's really hard to...
Successful People Managing Techniques by Carm Trebus. Funny, it's empty.
Okay, it's one over from that one.
MF-DOS for idiots, morons, and thieves. During Xenon on 5 buckazoids a day.
So I was right, it was on the right side.
No, it was on the left side.
Discovering your inner maggot.
Okay.
How to become assigned to being a corporate creative genius. It feels like... this might be worth checking out. It's a copy of Popular Tectronics.
Is it the green one?
Yeah.
Okay. See, we just get
It's
the
a somewhat
CD.
damaged...
We don't get the case. Where's the
What
case?
was that?
Okay, before we put it in anything, should we see if we can
This
pick up
is
the
the
case
thing.
now that we know where it is?
You should have paid attention to...
Okay. Cool. Cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool.
It would appear that
Alright, that's it. I'm going to the interwebs for help.
Help! Help!
It's copy protection. They didn't include the copy protection?
Really? Well, that's annoying. We should have gotten the copy protection with the manual when we had the manual. Well then, does it mean we can't play any more of the game?
This is probably the only bit of copy protection in there.
But like, is it gonna be an issue where like, it's gonna be different for every game?
Careful. It probably see... This...
So they should include necessary copy protection in the manual with the digital purchase. That's nice.
Apparently it came with a copy of Popular Janitronics.
Nice. Well, since we don't have that, what do we do? Because it's literally not there.
You can go to the webs. Ah, I'm the worst. Nice.
That's awesome. Sanitation hotspot. Polysorbate 60. Alright.
Golden
Oh.
Throne Awards.
This month's puzzle. The Humming Beacon puzzle.
Remember, Dr. Bodler is very busy managing a lucrative carpet cleaning business.
Okay.
I'm reading.
Okay.
This isn't Pentium House Forum.
What did Richard say when you sent him the picture?
I can't say that on stream.
Oh.
He did.
He did send it?
Of course.
Okay.
He did say that he wished he had bought two, one for himself. And then he said he loves me.
Aw. Your very own BFF Batmans?
Yeah.
Or would that make him Batman? Laugh and let die. From Rust Spots with Love. Old Dinger.
I'm playing the computer game Doom.
Okay, that's pretty humorous. Vacation spots at the rich and sanitary. Yay!
Spentium, Dentium, Repentium, Fermentium, and the
Dimtel. Okay. So one must be placed at sensory E. The others must be set at ERC1. From anyone uses a Spentium chip.
So this is actually still a thing, and it's playing on IRQs, which is interrupt request.
Okay.
So like every time you press a key, it sends an interrupt request to the central processor.
Okay.
And it says I'm pressing a key right now, and that's what it's playing on the ERC. Back in the day, you actually had to manually change switches on like audio cards, for instance, to get all the IRQs, the interrupt requests, so they weren't overlapping.
It's kind of like the switchboards.
Yeah. Homing beacon goes up.
All 5 plates are needed to create the homing beacon. We know that the feedback cutter offer and tachyon transmitter plates need to follow certain configuration rules explained here, but some confusion about the remaining plates and will still exist. Of these 3, we know that.
Okay, so RF, SE, and PS.
RF? I don't have an RF.
Recalibrating fluctuator. Recalibrating
I must have
started to.
There we go.
So of RF, SE, and PS, rules, one must be placed in E. One of the others must be at RK1.
ERC1.
And the last one uses the Spentium. So, that means that Spentium is not going to be in tachyon transmitter or FC.
Oh, does the tachyon transmitter and the feedback cutter offer have to remain in those positions? The top and the bottom?
We don't know yet.
Okay. Then how do we know that the Spentium would not be placed in? Okay, I see. Because it can't. Okay. Okay.
Some confusion about the remaining still exist. Of the 3, we know that 1 fact for each of the 3.
So
that means that TT and FC are not Spentium. They are not at E.
Right.
And they're not at IRK1.
No.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. Are there any more details? Or is this all we get? Nice.
Nice.
The entire periodic table of the elements.
It is the solution.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to Saint Jude of Arrakis for favors received. Oh my gosh. If you can draw Binky, you can break into the growing field of computer animation. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to read this later.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait. Continued.
Here we go. We do know for sure that the tachyon transmitter should use the dentium chip.
Okay, we need to make a list of 5 things so that we can list facts known about them. No, we can TT, PS, there's no need to number them.
I just like to number things.
Okay, so TT.
T. Colon. Or that's a semicolon, sorry.
PS, colon.
PS, colon.
SE, colon.
SE, colon.
Okay.
RF, colon.
Yep.
And FC, colon.
Yep. Okay, so TT, dentium.
Can't use dentium.
No, should use dentium.
Oh, does use dentium,
Yes.
okay. Okay.
And exclamation
Not-
point C.
But not C. Not C.
That's what exclamation point means. It means not in programmers.
Not C.
Yep. Particle sheet PS is not E. So
Hey, that takes it off of there
Yep,
then. So this is not E. That means one of the other 2 are E.
Okay, so yep.
The subspace emitter should not use ERC7.
So SE is not 7. RK7 if you prefer.
7.
RF
Should
is
be at A.
and 9.
A and ERC9.
Yep.
Okay. Won't work with the fermentium chip.
FC is not fermentium. And not B or C. Not B, not C. Comma, not B, comma, not C.
Anything else? Okay.
Plate that uses ERC3 also uses Dintel. Do we have any facts about Dintel?
TT.
No, it's Dentium.
Oh, Dimtel, sorry.
What about ERC3? Do we have any facts
No.
about ERC3?
We only have ERC1, ERC7, and ERC9 mentioned.
Okay. So. ERC3.
Dimtel. And then D is ERC5. D equals ERC5. Okay.
Okay, so theoretically.
And there's the worksheet to like work it all out. Like,
Oh.
like it's like a Sudoku kind of thing. So you can cross things off as you look at it.
We should probably do that.
New piece of paper. Wait, I think I have a backside. Yeah, I have a fresh backside.
We want that next to it so that we can
Oh, okay.
consult
Gotcha.
our facts.
Gotcha. Well, I could just do this.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna
We
use
lost all of our viewers at this point.
while we solve this puzzle. No, they're hanging in there. Hi guys.
You're all champs. Which one's
We're solving this puzzle.
the shiny gold coin. Which one is it?
Shiny.
We gave it to ourselves. It's actually for you, chat. Split it amongst yourselves fairly.
No fighting over it. Okay, so T is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I'm gonna... Oh, I can't do it that way. A... I'm glad to know that you guys are still hanging in there while we solve this really long puzzle. D, E... Well, this is the best kind of stuff right here.
Yeah, this is literally the best puzzle the entire series has had.
Repentium. Fermentium.
I am a fan of Fermentium.
Dim. I know. And Spentium. Okay, so that's this one. So should we start crossing stuff off for just TT right now?
We can.
Okay, so we know it uses Den, but it does not use C.
Okay.
Those are things we know.
Okay.
Oh, and it doesn't use ERC1 because one of these three is ERC1.
And it's not SPN.
Oh, and oh yeah, okay. So it's not that one. And it can't be.
And it's not E.
Yeah, and it can't be A either because RF is
Okay,
A.
but it's not E. Cool. Anything else declared?
D is ERC5, but we don't know. It could be B or D right now. ERC3 is dimmed.
We know it's not A. We know it's not ERC9. Do you have no? Cross out ERC9.
Oh, I missed that one. Okay, cool. Okay, I think that's all we know for sure right now.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so now let's go to the particle shield. PS. Do the same dealy. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. A, B, C, D, E. Then, sorry. That's what happens when.
Going with the Esther bug.
Yeah. Can't even tell you how many times a day I sing that song. Okay. So it's not E.
Well, we can also cross out Den.
Right.
Okay, so PS is not E.
Right. And it's one of the ones that has to follow. So it has to have either ERC1 or SPN. So I'm just going to kind of do a little this dealy next to those things. Since...
Maybe a question mark.
Okay. That works too. Okay.
So,
what else can we cancel out? It's not A. It can't be A.
1.
Because this one is A.
That's right.
And it can't be ERC9.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that.
This is PS.
Yeah, this is PS.
Okay, so it's not Den.
Declared not E. Okay, I think that's all we can do with this one right now.
Yep.
Okay. SE. Okay. So it's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. A, B, C, B, E. Okay, Dentium. For dim and spin. Okay, so of SE we know it's not 7.
Could be E.
Could be E.
So question mark.
Question
next to
mark
that.
E.
Could be ERC1.
Yep. And it could be SPN as well.
It's not Den.
Right.
It's not A.
Right.
Not ERC9.
Right.
SC is not 7. We already have that.
Yeah, I got that.
could be SPN.
Which I have. It could be 1 and it could be E. Okay, next one. RF. Alright. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Oops. Going too high. Den. Okay. We already know that's not there. Rep. For. Dim. SPN. Okay. We had more information on. So this one is A. And it is ERC 9. Which means all these others, obviously, are not this one. Okay. So then...
So it's not ERC 5.
Right. So that means it can't be D, but we know that.
Yeah.
But it's also... That makes it not DimTel, because ERC 3 is DimTel, so that's not it. And that means it is... not the one that's ERC 1, so that means still these two, one of these two is.
Yep.
It's not E, and this is not E, so this has to be E. Because that one and that one. So that one is E.
So we can cross those out.
So those go bye-bye.
So it's not 5.
Oh, because 5 is D, right. So that's that. And does E... So that... I'm gonna cross through that one because we have that one now, and then, but that doesn't necessarily preclude that.
Right.
Okay.
I see it. Okay. So it's just between 1 and 3 there.
It still could be SPN. We don't know. RF. Okay.
And I think that's
it that we know of that one.
So.
Okay, and then FC. Feedback cutter offer.
I love it.
That's my favorite one, honestly.
Yeah.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9. A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Then.
Not done.
Yeah, I'll cross through everything in a minute. I just want to get everything written down for dim and SPN. Okay, so we know it's not 9 for sure. We know it's not A. We know it's not E. We know it's not den, because we have discovered those all specifically. This one also is not fur. It's not B. It's not C, so it must be D, which means it's ERC 5.
Okay.
So all those get crossed out.
And we can cross off 5 and D on the others.
Oh, and actually that means this... Oh, right. Sorry. Okay. Because this is... dim can get crossed off because it's not 3. Okay.
Right. Okay, so FC.
Oh, it can't be SPN because it's not one of the 3 that fall. So this is rep.
Cool. So we can cross off rep now.
On all of the others. Rep. Oh, wait. I forgot. Those can get crossed onto there.
Are you sure? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we have that one.
Yeah.
So rep. Okay.
So that one's completely solved, right?
Yes, this one is. It's 5D rep.
Okay. So.
Okay, and then. Okay, sure.
Is this? No.
We know 9 and A on this one. And this one can be SPN or fur. Oh, no, never mind. Okay. So then...
So one of these two has to be... One of these two has to be ERC 3. Because they're the only ones that have DimTel as a possibility.
Okay. So that means I can cross 3 off here. So this has to be 7.
Don't we have a fact about 7?
Yeah, SE is not 7.
Okay.
So this one has to be 7 because it was the only number left. And it has to be B because that's the only letter left.
Okay, so let's cross off 7 and B everywhere.
7, B.
Okay.
Okay. So then...
TT is 7B den.
7B den. It's 7B den. Okay. So then... we have 1 and 3, 1 and 3.
Okay, let's go back to these real quick.
Okay, yep.
We might be able to eliminate the one.
Okay. We have 2 that have 1 as a possibility.
RF, SC, and PS. Which of those are solved?
RF is almost solved. We have a 9.
But RF can't be 1. So
right.
That's not. So that means SC or PS, which
is 1, which I have marked.
Yeah.
And then this one has fur or SPN, fur dim, SPN, fur dim, SPN.
We're missing something.
Has to be dimmed. Did not see. Oh, this one has
What?
to be C.
Why?
Because B, C, E, A, D. It was the only one left that didn't have a letter associated with it.
Okay, so we have a fact about C, I think.
There's just some that aren't C.
Okay. So. 7, 2, 2. Okay. And what else have we solved?
FC.
That's
D. And rep.
Rep.
5D rep.
Okay.
Okay, so those are solved completely. Then we know RF is 9A for sure. We just don't know what the... yeah.
And SC is...
don't know yet. E.
We know it's E.
And we know PS is C. So at least we have that.
Do we have any other IRQs solved? RF is 9.
Which you already did.
Okay.
And then we don't have... one of these is 1 and one of these is 3. Well, didn't it say that one of them was this and one of them was this?
Mm-hmm.
So that they both, like, one can't have both.
Correct.
Okay.
Wait. We haven't solved SE. But SE is E. We know that.
Yes.
So that means that SC or PS...
Oh, SE
Or,
can't possess...
RF or PS is going to be 1 or SPN.
Right. But that also means that SE can't be 1 or SPN.
Cool.
So that leaves us 3, which makes this one Dimtel.
Sweet. Okay, so SE is...
3, E, and Dimtel.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. So that
did
deletes
we-
that.
We can delete 3.
3. Okay, so that makes that 1 for sure.
Okay. And that means that RF is SPN.
Okay, so yep.
And
That makes this fur. Sorry.
alright, I think it's solved.
Yep. So we just need to put 9A. Oh, sorry. 9A SPN.
Okay, so we're missing PS IRQ? IRK?
It's the
Yes.
one.
1. And okay, we got all the Urks set. Where does Fermentium go?
Fermentium goes in PS. All right. Let's see if that did the thing.
Sorry, Bucko, the data coder won't work. No.
Oh, we gotta put the power back in it. All right.
This
Let's
one.
see. Let's see if that did the trick. Yes, we did
Not
it.
transmitting very well from here. Maybe I should try a different place.
I feel so accomplished now. We should go out on the balcony. Oh yeah, hold on. I have to do the thing. Cheers.
I wish I could take the Teddy Ruxpin with me.
Right? Okay. Oh,
That was fun.
that took up a large portion of time though. It was worth it.
This one.
Yay! We did the thing. I'm sad we never figured out what that fish was for.
Hey! Here's your fish!
Oh, there's our fish. But they still have all of our money. Who's
Stella,
she?
you picked up my homing signal. I can't believe I actually made it work. Now no one can say I spent a little bit too much free time in the bathroom with Popular Tektronix.
Popular Tektronix. Who are you trying to kid? I know what you were reading in there.
What was that voice, Roger? I thought I heard something.
Wait, who the hell is she?
Pay no attention, Stellar. It was probably just a mechanical flatulence from the ship.
Anyway, we received a transmission from a nearby StarCon communications monitoring platform.
That
They
robot's
told us of
amazing.
some unusual signal originating from the area of polysorbate 60. We dialed it in, scanned the coordinates, and found you.
Well, thanks.
So what are you doing in this sector, Stellar? I thought you were stationed on the SCS Heinz 57.
Or
I am.
Streetcar
I
Named
had some
Desire.
leave accumulated and decided to take it. This is kind of embarrassing for me. I actually came to see you.
That's a hell
I've
of a
been
brow.
thinking about you a lot lately, and I was curious about what you'd been up to, so I decided
Also,
to visit.
pretty sure that's a dude.
And when I arrived here, I found you had just left for shore leave on polysorbate. I decided to follow you down and try and catch up with you.
See your approving face?
When I got to that dump of an inn and found you'd been kidnapped by those thugs, I searched around.
Yeah.
But could find no trace.
that would be
of where they'd
my
taken you.
first thought.
That certainly is a strange place.
She's part Klingon.
I decided to beam back up to the deep ship and try to locate you through your transport.
Was it Rocky
communicator signal.
Adrian?
When I'd returned, I found you
Yeah.
up here on the
Stella
ship.
is
I didn't know
Streetcar.
what to do then until that call came through from the StarCon installation. You're a lucky man,
horrible
Wilco.
play.
Yeah.
Tennessee Williams has much
I guess
better
I
ones.
am. If you hadn't gotten there when you did, I'd probably be a victim of some serious cement
like
poisoning
Tennessee
after
Army
those
Ford.
geeks chucked me off that balcony.
Terrace.
What?
Well, actually, it was a terrace.
Seriously, you have to correct it.
Whatever. Thanks, Stellar.
I hate those
I
damn
sure owe you a big
terrorists.
one.
The terrace.
I'd sure
Sis.
like to collect that sometime. But let's talk about you and me. Perhaps I could take you to dinner sometime soon.
I'd like that, Stellar. I'd like that a lot.
What happened with B?
The thing is that I kind of have like, kind of a relationship with another, and I wouldn't feel very comfortable about that. I mean, it wouldn't be fair to her. You understand? Not to mention the fact I'd be wearing my sphincter for a necklace if Beatrice ever found out. I hope you do understand, Stella.
Why do you say
I
Beatrice
you.
like that?
I think I
Beatrice.
even more than like you.
Beatrice.
I don't know where I got this inordinate sense of loyalty toward Beatrice.
You weren't supposed to say that out
I
loud.
believe the word that explains that is fear.
Beatrice.
Pound sand, pal. Please know that were the situation any different, I'd be making that date with you right now.
Oh, I see.
You
Friends,
heartbreaker, Roger.
co-workers, buddies. That's all this is gonna be.
It's like the girl from.
Guess I knew it somewhere inside. I just didn't want to believe it. I guess I admire your
Starship
trueness of
Troopers.
heart, however misplaced. But I feel much more inclined to damn you for it. I know,
Yes,
that's selfish.
just like her.
That's how I feel. I must admit it shows something more about you, more depth of character than I gave you credit for, Wilco. Well, I'm patient. If you ever have a change of heart.
She has yellow eyes.
Well, Roger, we should see what we can find out about those subhuman walking dumpsters that had such a keen interest in you. I don't suppose you heard their names.
No,
What are you doing?
but I did get this neat
Oh,
personal
you're
cleaning
trying to make me
assistant.
closer?
It needs a little cleaning, but
Oh, God.
That's great, Roger. Don't clean it, though.
Better?
Take it to the sick bay.
Cool.
There's a DNA analyzer there. We can scan the contents and perhaps use the results to get some names and
Well,
information
there's
about these
a
guys.
couple of them. Are you referring to
thank you,
the
Stellar. I
main
probably wouldn't
girl,
have thought of it.
Denise
Yeah,
Richards? Or are you referring to the girl who played
Yeah,
Dizzy?
I'm
Because
sure
that's
you would have,
I don't remember
Roger.
that actress's name.
Look, I've got to go to sick bay and get some
Did she
treatment
have big
for my
boobs or
back
little
after
boobs?
that not so graceful rescue.
Denise Richards
Oh,
has the
yeah,
big
that.
boobs.
Sorry. Well, I'll see you there.
Dizzy. Oh, okay.
Oh, I loved her. She was awesome. What the fuck?
It also has Amy Smart in it, and I love Amy Smart.
Commander, I'm receiving a message from StarCon.
Wing Commander.
on screen.
Look at his.
Yep.
It's so good.
Hello, Commander
Cat bed.
Kielbasa. I have a new directive for Deep Ship 86.
It's deep ship.
This is actually
Admiral
a special
Toolman.
request from me, Commander. As you may know, I
Toolman.
served with Admiral Blundfang during the Fallopian campaign. Admiral
Oh my.
Blundfang's widow is involved in building an off-world retirement community.
Yes.
They are
Thank you.
almost finished, but have requested assistance from Deep Ship 86. Commander, please extend her every courtesy. You know, if things go well, this would not look too bad in your personnel file.
Speaking
I
of
will let
which,
Sharpay, the Admiral's widow, explain further.
I have a command for everything.
As Admiral Toolman mentioned, we have almost completed our project
Yes,
here.
indeed.
Could use staff
Somebody
and
let
assistance.
Evie play with the macros
To be
today.
honest,
I got
Commander,
so many.
I
Her name's
pulled a few
Sharpay.
strings, but this is an important mission, I assure you.
Not many people
Since
can
you are
pull off that color of
scheduled to be
lipstick.
present for the dedication of
don't
the
think she
Golden
did.
Right Year's retirement center.
I mean, it works well with her complexion. She's
Kinda
just
looks
got.
like Moira.
Yeah, she does have a bit of a Moira look to her,
Also, I'm not
doesn't she?
seeing the Super Nintendo controller. Oh, there it is, duh.
Dead center?
Front center.
The Admiral. You would be able to warp here within a few hours. I require some assistance from your ship, as well as one of your crew members. Allow me to explain.
Meanwhile, back in sickbay,
Meanwhile,
If I had that awesome robot, though, I would put it in our bedroom, right in the corner, so we could see it as we went to sleep. Good God, woman! How many fucking macros did you make?
so many! Like 20 something? It was fun! And it amuses me. And that's what matters
apparently
most.
the doctor is way busy as he completely ignores you. Jabba is an interesting-looking fellow. That is, if you think a melted purple marshmallow with an internal skeleton is interesting. He's the main research attendant here in the sickbay. Stellar is getting treatment for her back injury. You should be ashamed of yourself for jumping on her like that, you baby. Many things rest on the center. Many things rest on the center console. Most of them are merely non-functional screen dressing. Pretty cool looking, eh?
Props to the props people.
Many things rest on the center console. Most of them are merely non-functional
Doesn't
screen
count if it's
dressing.
digital.
Pretty cool
They're
looking,
You're
eh?
animators
Such
for
an
all
elitist.
that. No, like
It's
they
a case
literally
of
don't
something
have
you
props
don't care
people in
about.
animated things unless they're like
You just-
puppets.
Yeah, you think you know everything, don't you?
I do.
Excellent guess, Kreskin.
Aw.
Wrong. This is... Hey, don't put your...
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wilk. The sequencer is for use by trained personnel only. Obviously, you don't fit that description. I'm afraid I
Jebba's a
can't
hop.
allow you to use it.
Come on, Jebba, be a pal. Who'll know?
I'm sorry, Mr. Wilco. It's a StarCon regulation.
What a stick in the mud.
As cool as it would be.
Ease, Jebba. Who's gonna know? Let me try this one thing. I'll be out of your way. No one will find out.
I don't know, Mr. Wilco. I'm not one to break regulations. I really don't think it's a good idea.
I swear, it'll only take a minute. We're out in the middle of nowhere. No one will find out.
Ew.
And I'll tell you
Ew.
what, anytime you want it, one free plunge job, day or night. What do you say?
Well, I don't know.
It'll only take a minute or two, really. Come on, Jebba, be a pal.
Well, okay, but just this once. If anyone finds out I'm sunk, then I'll come looking for you to take it out on. Keep that in mind.
No problem.
You mean
I'll
like
be
the
done in a
doctor
flash.
who just heard? Because
I really don't know why I'm doing this.
That doctor wears earbuds.
Ew. Flux modulator.
It looks a lot more detailed than it did in Space Quest 4, that's for sure.
Indeed. Sequence, clone, or blend? I think we should just print.
Can I take it?
Yes. So what do we
It
do with the
wouldn't be
card now?
Don't touch.
He's trying to clean up, but
That's still.
nope.
Don't touch that. It's a case of something you don't care about.
Nice.
Hey, don't put your work.
Move. I think I broke the door. Okay, there he goes.
The doctor's never broken, just slightly inconvenienced
that.
for a moment.
It would.
So we can't do anything else with the console thingy thing?
It wouldn't be.
I wonder if we were
That's
supposed to sequence anything.
That wouldn't.
Or it automatically did the sequence.
Oh, that's...
Don't
was
touch
the
that.
stage
We
that
don't
it
know
was
where
in.
you've been.
Gotcha. So those buttons, we didn't need to press them. It just did it
Yeah, and
for us.
those are status
Neat.
indicators.
I've
Gotcha.
always wanted to try one of these on the compost.
Ha! Compost. Please insert data. Now.
Sweet.
Nigel Rancid. File closed. Database?
Wait, are we gonna have to go back to Space Quest 4 to the mall?
I hope not.
Oh, hi, Stellar. I hope your back's feeling better.
They just finished treating me, and it is starting to feel better. However, I was told to lay off rescuing people for a while, especially you. So, did you have any luck?
I got some information from the sample I ran through the DNA sequencer. When I tried it, all I got was a name. All it said after that was that the file is closed. I wonder why that is.
I don't know for sure, Roger, but it seems a bit suspicious.
No, I don't
When
know
a
what
file
it
is
says.
marked like that, there's usually a very good reason. Most frequently, it indicates the file is closed for intelligence purposes, or it's legally sealed by some judicial body. In the
He
case
has
of those tubs and guts
diplomatic
that grabbed you,
immunity.
I'd have to say it's not a government agency.
He has
directly
diplomatic
behind it.
immunity.
Sounds more like someone with access from the outside to a friend or two inside. A more paranoid person might say this smells way wrong.
Then again, when did you last change your socks?
If the files are sealed, then we have nothing to go on.
True. The only thing I can think of is that they may be accessible by jacking into cyberspace. I've never done it, but I know it can be done.
So I guess this means you won't be trying it first. I'd love to try it, but I can't since we don't know how.
Well, actually, I read it can be done with the help of a cyber jack and headset and a cyberspace jack interface module. The article said there are several things to access out there and that there's a vast library of files to browse. It said that the Information Superhighway project is a little behind schedule, but that there are some operative areas. Other than that, I don't have a clue as to how we can gain any information about them.
So you think this cyberspace thing could work?
Well, I can only tell you what I've read. Navigating it takes a little patience, but I think it's the only option you have. I don't know if you'll locate a cyberjack and headset. Because of the delays in the project, they've become more like collector's items than marketable, functionable products.
We do have cyberjack modules built into the compost.
That's true. Of course, we won't know anyway without the jack.
That bites. I wonder where we could find one of those.
I wish I knew, Roger. There must be some place.
Attention! We are now orbiting the Delta Berxilon 5 colony as requested by StarCom. Most of you know your assignments as they have been broadcast to your composts. Please represent StarCon properly. Kilbasa, out.
You better get moving since you don't know yet what your assignment is. I have some checking around to do. We'll talk later.
Thanks, Stellar. I'll see you soon. Maybe we can work in that dinner.
Don't play with that girl's heart. It's not cool, Wilco. Wow, he's got a pretty swanky room for his massive
The old
demotion.
hint book you found in the bargain bin at the software store in Space Quest 4.
Aw. Yay, our hint book.
You won't need that hint book. You've already won Space Quest 4.
Haven't you?
We have.
Looky, it's your old Levion Terror Beast mating with
Oh.
Space Quest 2.
That we never paid for.
Yeah.
It's your old Autobucks card from your shopping spree at the Galaxy Galleria after you saved the latex babes from that hideous sea slug in Space Quest 4. It's expired, unfortunately, but then you don't need much money aboard the deep ship.
Well, and all of our money got stolen.
Besides,
anyway.
people would talk if they saw you dressed that way.
We were so
It's
beautiful,
the
though.
old translating gadget you used to communicate with the subterranean alien back on the planet Corona in Space Quest 1.
I don't remember that.
Too bad they don't make those little dilithium watch batteries anymore.
Yeah, we had to turn it on before we talked to him.
Oh,
It's
the big
Star
floating guy.
Generator remote control you
Right.
found aboard the Sarian ship during Space Quest 1. This table is supposed to be. Since you do neither, you found it makes a great place
Is
to
that the
stash all
cigar?
this junk you've
Pretty
collected
sure it
over
is.
the years.
Nice.
This table is supposed. Since Hey, here's that pack of matches you stole from the Yulin Splats bar.
Nice.
When you returned to Space Quest 1 during the time travel sequence in Space Quest 4.
There's so much like fourth wall breaking
Your
here.
life
It's
saving.
It's a shiny gold Buckazoid.
Wow, it's your official employment rejection letter from Sierra Online at the end of Space Quest 3. It just says, not a chance. And it's signed by Ken Williams.
Nice.
Wow, it's your official employment. This is a Beetlejuice clamoring hagfish fern. You've tried everything you could think of to get it back
It's
to
dead,
health.
Roger.
Unfortunately, all you could think of to do was stand over it and say, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. You've got a Quattrozevi portable quartz heater set up in here.
nice.
These controls open and close the closet, perform passive handprint IDs to prevent unauthorized entry, monitor its humidity, and scan for moths.
Nice.
As
You
it
have
should be.
tickets to see Quasar live in concrete with Beatrice. That was before you got busted back
It's our
down to
golden mop.
janitor and assigned
It
to
is
this
our
dead,
golden
blasted,
mop.
floating heck hole of a mother-talking
Well, at least
spaceship.
they let us keep
Dead
the mop.
blasted
And
floating
look,
heck
this game
hole of
has
a mother
scrupulously
blast.
avoided any rough language that would result in having to be rated as an adults-only computer or video game by the Game Censorship Board of the
The
US
game
Senate
censorship
Subcommittee.
board. Nice dig there.
Holy cow! It's your Golden Mop Award for your
Feats of daring do.
in Space Quest 1.
I just love to say the phrase "feats of daring
You saw this
do."
detailed diecast model of an early StarCon Solar Scout in Milky Way today. StarCon's in-flight magazine. It seemed like a great investment at the time. This poor dresser hasn't worked right since they hauled it on board. Wait, were you looking at yourself or at the Bureau? Well, same message either way. You glance in the mirror. For a moment, you can almost see a silk-clad brunette overacting in a stone tower. This poor dresser hasn't worked right since they hauled it on. Wait, well,
Kryptonite lamp. Sapping. Power. Must replace bulb. Someday.
That was ridiculous.
your old Xenon Army Knight
Aw.
of Space Quest 1, in which you destroyed the powerful star generator, which had fallen into the hands of the evil kleptomaniac Sarian.
Yeah, those guys.
Your quarters are cozy and intimate. That's one of the advantages of living in a converted cargo hold.
Oh,
This headboard contains vital function telemetry modules, full spectrum illumination, and as the ultimate in high-tech
Oh god.
that was
an
weird.
8-track player with quadraphonic sound.
It was intentional.
Boy, nothing beats being
Well,
part of an advanced
Horrifying, but
civilization.
intentional.
Jeez.
It's a medical reference of janitor-specific ailments, diseases of the genitalia.
Get it? Get it?
Yes.
Diseases of the genitalia.
Yes.
You've been meaning to do this laundry for several months. Now it's permanently stuck to
Oh.
the floor.
Months,
Your
Roger.
orders are- That's... It's your food replicator. Technically, it's not a replicator at all. It's a wormhole into the restaurant dimension.
Nice.
Your kitchen is in here, complete with garbage disposal, solid waste regenerator, and cockroaches.
Yeah.
Ew.
Alright, let's see what we can
You
start
think
taking.
about... You won't need to take... It's kind of... Don't bother with it. The batteries are dead, and there's no alien language here to translate.
Blast. The batteries
You won't
are
be needing a
dead.
whistle. Unless there happens to be a star generator in the immediate vicinity, this remote won't be of any use to you whatsoever. And there isn't, so there won't. The Pocket Pal will be of no use to you whatsoever. It's AC, and the ship is DC.
Oh, we didn't look at the description for that.
Hey, it's the Pocket Pal terminal you filched from an abandoned land speeder on Xenon during Space Quest 4.
I mean, the zombies weren't using it.
You won't need it. You've long since used up all the matches in this book. The cover is lying around as a souvenir. You won't need that buckazoid on board. Save it. Put it towards your education.
See, the thing is, we can't go back to the academy.
Clean for once. Don't touch that. Don't pick it up. You've already broken it several times. Now the port stabilizer flange is out of configuration by 5.2%, which could result in a warp core breach. Now you've done it. You've really done it.
Isn't that one of the lines they said when he died in one of their earlier
Don't touch
games?
that.
Yeah, I think so.
Since the lamp is the main source of illumination in your room, you decide to leave it on.
I don't think that's a true statement.
Leave it alone, it's not a toy. Besides, you'd probably cut like last time. It feels
Head 40.
Leave them where they are. They're positioned just right for making it appear as though you simply dissolved into your bed.
Yeah, with the pants and everything.
You never learn how to work these controls.
Oh, come on.
That's why you keep everything that should be in the closet scattered around the room.
Wow, a message for me. I must be getting popular. I wonder what it is.
Play.
Wilco, Commander Kilbasa here. I have a special assignment for you. A crew person of special skills is required on Delta Berxalon 5. In the spirit of Starcon cooperation, we have decided to offer them your assistance. Transport there immediately. Kilbasa out.
Delta Berxalon 5A. Okay. Intership transport? To the 5? Wait, did we need to go to the...
I go where I want.
Janitor Wilco, why are you here? You're supposed to have gotten your orders from your compost as instructed and reported to transport for beaming to Delta Berxalon 5. Do it now, or I'll be forced to make you the subject and recipient of the captain's log entry. Now move it.
Don't do it. Let's go. Let's go. Go to transport.
He's the ship's engineer.
Oh, it's not Cliffy.
That's Dorf, the ship's chief of security.
Like Worf.
Yeah.
That's the communication officer. That's the science officer. That's Dorf. That's Commander Kielbasa, dummy. That's Commander Kielbasa's command center. No, wait. It's his scratching post. No, it's his command center. Scratching post. Wait, kids, don't fight. It's both.
Chinatown.
With these controls, Commander Kielbasa can adjust the elevation, tilt, rotation, and firmness level of his command center.
That's pretty solid.
And if you put in a quarter, it'll massage 320 different acupressure points.
That's the fanciest chair ever.
It's Commander Kielbasa's kitty litter box. This is where he makes most of his best command decisions. Not to mention all of his log entries.
Alright.
Yeah, you'll rearrange the commander's chair and he'll rearrange you.
You're like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep poking things until I piss everybody
You'll
off so they
release
kill
an
me.
extra burst of freshening powder.
Springtime fresh.
That boy ain't right.
Well, he is a janitor. Who got a captaincy and then immediately wasted it. Intership transport. Seriously? I'm going to go through and read every entry right now.
Fine. They use their snouts to give themselves neck rubs?
Why not?
And an identified worker.
What? No respect. Roger Wilco gets no respect.
I'm curious what they say about humans.
It skips H.
Weak. Okay.
Why are we going to the brig?
We're exploring all the things.
Okay.
You know how this works?
I'm just asking.
Sarek lies. Major Tom was here.
Ground control to Major Tom.
It's a hovercraft for transporting replicated food. You summon the ability to leave it.
I think there's someone in that.
Yeah.
I saw the bed move.
This is the brig area. In order to strike fear into the hearts of evildoers, the cells are labeled 105 and 106. Actually, these are the only 2 cells aboard the ship. But the subtlety is usually lost on these intergalactic criminal types.
Are the barred windows open to space?
It looks like it doesn't.
Inside this cell is the creature from the Ego, a bizarre, invisible monster caught on Rialto 4. It's violent.
You should save.
Bloodthirsty, and is a sucker for insincere flattery.
So we can turn the cage off and let it out.
You're starting to understand.
Now there's a real bright idea, but then perhaps...
Oops. Damn it. I wanted to read that.
Game over, man. Game over.
Game over,
Being a good Samaritan is one thing, but you should have been just a little skeptical about that move.
Dead again, eh? Alright.
This sensor pack... Now there's a real bright idea, but then perhaps you deserve the consequences. If the force field were turned off, you'd be the only one to suffer the consequences. In the event that someone might be looking over your shoulder, we'll save your embarrassment for another time.
You just did that live on the internet.
This is a standard trans-warp class starship food replicator, where the Starcon elite meet to eat.
Mr. Soylent? I don't think I would want food from anything called Soylent.
You mentioned the Mr. Soylent in,
yes, but I didn't realize it was a food replicator. I just thought it was like...
Is there a menu?
This is the replicator hatch, a sliding door behind which is hidden. This access panel contains the food replicator's resonance flux shield. The access panels are all tightly sealed to keep people who don't know what they're doing away from the controls.
Well...
Yes, people like you.
Why is you so angry?
Alright.
This reminds me of Final Fantasy music.
Yeah, a bit.
Okay. Oh, see, that one has a menu above it.
This is 8 rear. You can't detach that without a psych.
I like that lamp.
You can't. This is
Meh.
an unusual plant specimen that someone left behind. It appears to be thriving here. Perhaps it prefers beer and popcorn to fertilizer and you grow it lamps. Well, this guy's really pounding down the popcorn. If he keeps it up at this rate, an intervention may be called for. Now this guy is a cool one. He's slamming brews like many of the folks on the Space Quest team are going to do once they ship this chart buster. Two women looking very much like Girl Scouts are badgering the poor alien-looking guy they're sitting with. They must be trying to unload more of those damn cookies.
Cookies.
Two women looking very... Eating, drinking, and looking at the stars. Sounds like something you'd do on a date, especially since you're usually alone. This poor slob is trying to impress the two women he's sitting near by showing them how much he can drink. Yeah, that's always a sure way to impress the babes.
The alien with the Girl Scouts look like a blue version of Drool. This is like the holodeck. Oh, whoa!
What?
The people were changed as you were leaving.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it is like the holodeck.
You pinch yourself.
Should we turn it on?
How is it invalid?
Maybe it's multiple numbers. Maybe it can't just be like a 3. Oh my gosh, that sound is awful.
Yeah.
Could play with it later. Maybe we'll get some codes for it. Roger's quarters, shuttle bay entrance, sick bay, transporter.
This is magnum opus. You owe him 200 buckazoids from a lost bet. In other words, scram.
Wow, we had that much.
This is your
For
dear
a while.
crewmate, Chesbro. An interesting thought, but you wouldn't want to give... You consider saying hi until you remember how dedicated he is to his job, and you wouldn't want him to get in trouble for slacking off while on duty. I wonder why you don't worry about that for yourself. Magnum doesn't talk. He fancies himself to be like one of those Buckingham Palace. A nice fatty donut. Magnum will probably scarf this down. After all, he needs to maintain his boyish
boobs
figure.
What?
The code. 80.
That's a good idea. We should have tried that.
Non-helpful. It would appear that merging...
Boobs is always the answer. Even when it's not the answer. Sick bay? We've been to sick bay. Because that's where we did the scanning of the hair.
Yeah, right in the corner of the bedroom.
Okay, I'm ready.
What?
Energize.
Oh. No, that would be terrifying. He's so creepy.
You had one job, robot.
At least you're not stuck in the ground this time.
Right. Kielbasa.
Commander Kielbasa and that other guy look like they're just finishing up
Wasn't
a
he in the
conversation.
mall?
Janitor Wilco, Dr. Bellows and I were just talking about
Bellows.
you. Please report to Sharpay's quarters, Janitor Wilco. She is in need of someone with your special
You
skill
have to
set.
clean up her
Be
room.
quick about it.
Yes, sir.
Man, this sucks. You were a captain of your own ship.
You and what?
You saved the universe multiple times. And nobody appreciates you. Orders.
You press the Lab B button, but the Ascendo pad doesn't move. Apparently you need some sort of clearance.
So it won't open. I didn't want to go to Lab B anyway.
Oh, gracious. So really loud beep. sounds like when a fire smoke detectors batteries are getting low.
You and what? Just walk on through.
No, it doesn't.
Clearly, you're not meant to get off here. Now, you may exit the spacecraft or the craft.
The elevator?
Janitor second class, Roger Wilco, reporting as a
It's not
word
even a
man.
janitor first class.
Wilco, you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Mr. Wilco, I expected you here some time ago. I've been kept waiting for minutes now.
I'm very sorry, Matt.
Save the pathetic whimperings for your StarCon superiors, which I would expect includes everyone and everything on the food chain over there.
Ma'am, I came as...
Young man, I lack the time, and most importantly, the patience to indulge you as you
She's
wind your
rude.
way from one excuse to the next. May we please just begin?
Sorry, but I wasn't briefed on what tasks would be required of me.
You are a janitor, Mr. Wilco. What do you think I want from you, a heart transplant? What has become of StarCon?
Suck it,
When
lady.
my fifth husband, Admiral Bluntfang, served, the crop of up-and-coming cadets seemed to have such promise. I recall this one rather striking cadet who... well, never mind that. But you... I pray you do not typify what might be slithering down the halls of our formerly prestigious academy. That is one thing I do not look forward to witnessing. Get to work, Mr. Wilco. You'll find a mop and a bucket right over there. I have no time to devote to your
Dude, you
education.
talk a lot.
That would take a lifetime, and the most
She's a
copious amount
snob.
of patience a universe could muster. My life is soon to expire. Please, just clean. I must rest now.
It's some kind of red medical type thing. Don't pick at. It's some sort of medical unit. You don't know what it is. After all, you're a janitor,
You're not a doctor.
Damn it. Cool.
Damn it, Jim.
Another machine that lights
That's
up
a Monty
and goes
Python
ping.
reference.
Yes.
It's a red panel in the foreground. A contaminated waste items receptacle stands awaiting contaminated waste items. A wall-mounted interface appears to have jacks for the flow of data and/or power. This is the personal medical suite of the legendary Sharpay. She spends her advancing days here at the ever-expanding retirement complex on Delta. This is a circuit analysis diagnostics unit.
Okay, I guess we should clean.
Mr. Wilco, I asked you to mop the floors.
Don't even have anything to properly wring your mop out, dude.
Mr. Wilco, please rattle the handle on that commode. It is positively maddening.
You got it, right away, ma'am. Whatever I can do.
Please do it. And quiet.
A clean towel dutifully hanged. It's a cabinet containing old Sharpay's drug. That's delightfully. That would. Don't touch.
What's she doing?
Mr. Wilco, it is time for me to take my meds. Please, fetch my trisonic sortium from the medicine cabinet.
Yeah, she's up to no good.
Yes, ma'am. Maybe I can get this old hag to overdose.
What was that, janitor?
Roger, you have to be the
nothing, ma'am.
stupidest
I'll get
human
those
in
for you
the
right away.
entirety of all the universes combined.
Pretty sure he is.
I can't find her medicine. I don't think she knows what she's talking
She's up
about.
to no good again.
Hey, what the?
While we await a fully formed thought from Roger, it should be mentioned that there seems to be some sort of gas entering the room through the left vent.
Hey, there seems to be some sort of gas entering the room through the left vent. I seem to be in a world of deep... Ah, jeez, the door!
Well,
Rats, it won't budge. I've got to get out of here somehow. No windows. The walls are solid bulkhead. I'm too big to flush myself out of here. This is the only way. What would MacGyver do now?
put the bucket
Yeah,
over
you
his
just
head.
can't get enough of that.
I'm actually
Like
gonna
you
put the
need
mop
a-
over my head.
Like you. That wouldn't.
What do we have in our inventory?
Excellent guess, Kreskin. Wrong. Boy, wouldn't it be
What is this woman's problem?
interesting.
Working for someone.
Why do they
It
want
would
you
appear-
dead?
It wouldn't be prudent to do that at this juncture.
Do we need to open the cabinet and see if we can find him an
not going to help.
oxygen mask?
That's not going to help.
What cabinet?
That's delightfully. You summoned. That's still. No. You don't. It feels. That wouldn't.
What's the tank on the wall back there?
Don't touch that. We.
At Roger's butt
That
level.
wouldn't prove. Don't pick at it.
Maybe go in the bathroom?
That's a joke can. The old timers use it to fake the new interns into thinking they have sucking chest wounds. It's a real. You thought the fumes from lactose intolerance were bad.
That again, A.
As fulfilling as a conversation with Sharpay might be, you can't talk to her and... She seems to be right. She seems to... That's not going to help. Move it, man! That's not going... You give the piston a yank, and sure enough, it comes loose in your hands. Perhaps it was your raw strength. More than likely, it was defective.
Okay. What does that do for us?
That's not going... That's not going to help. That's not going to...
Can we get the remote
You
from her?
summoned
Every time I've tried it,
That's
I
not
didn't
going
know
to
if it
help.
was gonna
You
make a
summoned the
difference
ability.
now.
It...
Oh, now we have a... Oh! Maybe use it
It's
to open
an
the
acrobatic
door?
adjustable piston. Good thinking. Wedged in the door, the manual override control causes
Oh,
the
no.
piston to strain against the door. It pushes a few inches and seems to strain at that point.
we'll get through, man.
Wilco!
Oh, hi, Stellar. What are you doing here?
Wrong time.
There's no time to talk, Roger. We've got to get out of here now.
No kidding.
1, 2, 3.
Where are you staying?
Stellar, what are you doing? Stellar!
Turbo shaft, the hydro riser piston gives way, and the door slams shut, with Stellar still trapped inside.
She beamed in though, maybe she can beam back out.
True.
You claw and pull at the seams of the bulkhead door, but to no avail. Just then, you hear and feel an explosion, which seems to have come from behind the door.
No! Stellar!
The door is sealed tight. You can hear no other noise after the ear ringing from the blast subsides.
My God, I can't believe this. It can't be happening. She was, I was. Stellar!
They did the thing. They did the streetcar named Desire thing. Well played.
It's hard to believe that this is the Hollow Suite. The setting is much like the graphics you've scanned in the library for those planets more interesting in their climatic diversity. From the scenic jutting peaks, soft hills, and lake in the conjured distance to the lush pixelized growth of trees, flowers, and grass in the foreground, the holodeck has that sublime park-like perfection. Unfortunately, its serene beauty is sadly negated by the headstones and the solemn event about to occur, the laying to rest of your rescuer and true friend, Stellar Santiago. You are feeling as you have never felt before, perhaps helped along by the relatively short stints aboard the various ships, as well as all too brief friendships. You've been spared the emotional devastation of true loss by lack of attachment.
This game subverted that trope way before it ever became
far
a
different
thing.
from anything you've ever experienced. You can't help but wonder how you'd act towards Stellar given a second chance. But you know that can never happen.
Timey-wimey?
She gave her life for you, and you will never be able to thank her.
Timey-wimey?
Enough smarm already. Let's funeral!
Ladies and/or gentlemen, we assemble here today to honor the memory of a former crewmate, Lieutenant First Class Stellar Santiago. Her unfortunate death takes place in the shadow of a new community, the dawning of a new life for the aged of our galaxy. Although death is never easy to accept, we must remember that the tragic accident which took her from our midst occurred while she was on duty. If a member of StarCon must perish for some reason, there is no more honorable way. It is part of the oath we recite and take to heart when we pledge our allegiance. I believe her friend, Janitor Second Class Roger Wilco, has a few words he'd like to say. Mr. Wilco?
What the fuck is that thing?
A robot? Oh, your eulogy is in your pockets.
I only knew Stellar for a short time. I wish I, could have gotten to know her much better. To have had a deeper understanding of this, person. I was proud to have called friend. Of my friend, I can only say this. Of all the souls I have encountered in my cleaning, hers were the most...
Oh, okay.
Scuff resistant.
I'm pretty sure they just opened a, thing into space. I don't trust that commander.
Alright. I think this is a sufficiently depressing note to end the stream on for the evening. So, thank you for joining us, folks.
We should try boobs real quick before we stop, since we're already in the holodeck.
Right, we'll try that.
I mean, might as well, right? Nope, didn't work. But, you know, it was worth it. It was worth trying. Alright. Well, now, on this note, we should save.
So yeah, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for coming and playing along with us again this evening. Tomorrow is Thursday, so we will not be streaming tomorrow night, as we do not stream on Thursdays, but we will be back Friday with more Space Quest 6, and hopefully we will get some vengeance for poor Stellar, that old woman. Let's see. Yes, so we have our Twitter account, and it's linked below. You should follow us there. We update there, let you know when we're going live, and when we aren't streaming, we will notify you on there as well, if it's like on one of our normal streaming nights, as well as please follow us here. That would be awesome. If you don't already, follow us here, and then you get notifications when we go live, and that's awesome, even more awesome. Let's see. Oh yeah, we now have a YouTube set up. And the link for that is also in our channel description below. Over there you can watch past streams. So all of our old streams are, at least back to Doom, are on there currently. A lot of the ones before that are gone, but all the way back to Doom, so any of our like previous Space Quest stuff is on there, which is cool. But yeah, so go over to YouTube and give us a subscribe, and if you want to see any of our past streams, you can watch them there, or if you miss one here, you can watch it there later. Let's see what else. I think that covers all the social stuff. So, once again, thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you again on...
We're actually looking at possibly Heroes Quest, or Yayyyyy, the new adventure game that was made by the people who made the Heroes Quest series for Sierra. We did do the remake of the Heroes Quest,
or King's
Quest,
yeah.
A few games back. We are certainly considering doing the original King's Quest series.
Yes.
But we've got a couple games in between that we're planning on doing.
Yep. All right.
So, I'm Evie, you are Eeth.
Yes, if you're new here and you don't know who we are, he's Eeth, and I'm Evie. And we are husband and wife, and we like to play video games together, and that's what we're doing here, so...
Especially the adventure games.
Yeah, they're super fun. You gotta love all the puzzles.
Yep.
So yes, thank you so much for joining us again, or for joining us for the first time if you're new here. And we hope to see you again on Friday. Bye. Have a good night. Bye.